So, Grandma Arminia's with us again. You know, we cook a lot together, and today we're gonna make some gnocchi. Gnocchi made with all of the products of the Upper Friuli. Speck, prosciutto San Daniele, smoked ricotta, and salted ricotta. So, let's begin with the basic, which is the gnocchi dough. Now, to make the gnocchi dough, you boil some potatoes, you peel them, you rice them, and you make sure that they're spread out and that they cool completely. The secret of making good gnocchi is that you let the potatoes cool. You salt them, and then we'll begin to make the gnocchi dough. The eggs, 2 eggs, and the eggs bind the dough, sort of ties it together. Again, a little salt in the eggs. Okay, so here the spread just out. We put the flour. Roll up your sleeve, Grandma.
I better do that.
And this dough is not a dough that you really want to knead a lot. Put some flour, Grandma, so I can, not on my hands, on the patate.
Do you know, this brings me a memory when I was young lady. I used to teach you to do that. You was a small, petite girl at 5 years old. I used to take the stool to put you near me to do the gnocchi. Now, I think it's the time that you can put the stool on me because I'm going low.
No, you're still pretty up there, Grandma. So, Grandma, I want to show you how to make this long gnocchi. Now, the long gnocchi is much like we do when we make regular gnocchi, the ones that you know how. You just make it a long cordon, and you cut it long like that.
Oh.
And then you just roll it.
Just 1, 2, 3.
That's it. Now I know the ones that you're talking about.
Let me see.
I can show them.
Let me see if you remember.
It's the same thing. You sort of roll the cordon.
You know, this dough is very good for
nice.
work. Yeah, it's nice.
So these are the gnocchis that you are talking about. Like this, like that.
That's it.
And like that.
You better believe it.
Is this what you're talking about?
Sure.
Yeah.
I used to like that. Do you know why? Because the sauce go in the hole and it's very juicy.
That's with the sauce, if you have meat sauces or something. But today I'm going to show you a completely different way of making the sauce, and the gnocchi lunghi are the ones. So you continue making the gnocchi lunghi. I want these kind of gnocchi, and I'll make the sauce.
Right away.
Oh, Grandma, the water is boiling.
Yeah.
Can I have the pan of gnocchi? Yeah, that's good. Perfect. Okay. So I'll show you this gnocchi with one sauce, and then I'll make you another sauce. How's that?
Well, I will taste, I think, both.
Yeah, and I know which one your favorite will be, too.
Oh, yeah?
The first sauce, we'll make just a little bit of butter. And let me show you. The first one I'm gonna make maybe with a little bit of prosciutto. How does that sound?
Sounds nice.
And maybe a little bit of ricotta salata. And what I will need is a grater, and I will show you. The gnocchis are just coming to the top. They'll have one boil and they'll be done. To give it a little flavor, I'll put a few sage leaves right in the butter. You like sage leaves, Grandma, right?
Oh, they very smelly nice.
And just a little bit. Can you already smell the sage, Grandma?
Aroma, it's beautiful.
Isn't it nice?
Very tasty, smell tasty.
Okay. Let me fish them out. Right in the butter here. Okay.
I smell good.
As simple as that. Put them right in the plate. And then
Something different.
on top of this, to give it a little bit more complexity, I will grate some ricotta salata. You especially love ricotta. After that, you make cheese.
Ricotta lover, yeah.
Yeah. After you make cheese, ricotta is made from the whey, and it's those white curds that almost look like cottage cheese. But to preserve it, added a little salt to it and squeezed out all the excess water, and shaped like this, you get ricotta salata. And this is about 3 weeks old. And you grate it like this on pastas. It is just delicious, delicious, delicious. And then Some prosciutto and San Daniele in Friuli makes some wonderful prosciutto. You just drape it on top like that. The prosciutto will melt into by the heat of the
Gnocchi?
Yeah. Did you want to taste this a little bit?
Gladly. You mean you can feed me now?
I want to get it ready for you, a little piece of everything.
Oh, thank you very much.
Okay.
You're very kind.
Okay,
Sure.
let's go.
Salute.
Salute. Buono, eh?
Tutti gusti.
Now we go on to the next one.
Eccellente, proprio
Oh.
eccellente.
Grandma, can I have another pan of gnocchis?
Okay, here we are.
All right. You continue making them. I will cook
You
them.
faster cook than I made.
Grandma, this time I'm going to use another product, and that's speck. I need a little board to cut it because I'm going to use this as the sauce. I'm going to cut it in little listrelle, in little pieces, but I don't want to cook it too much. You know, speck is the same meat as prosciutto is, the ham part, but it is cut off the bone. The best part on the back is cut off, and the slab, which is a long slab about this long, is then cured with salt and ultimately smoked. And again, I don't want to cook it too much because the flavor changes. Can you smell? Can you smell the smokiness out of it?
The smoke, that's
Okay.
right, it's different.
And you don't need anything else. I would put a little bit of fresh pepper once I serve it, but nothing else, just this. Let's taste it just like that.
Okay.
But take a piece of the speck itself.
Yeah.
Really good. What do you taste?
Little bit of salt, little bit of smoke, little bit something different than the prosciutto.
Yes, it's a different product. It looks the same, but it's
Strong smell, nice.
Grandma, can I have that other tray of gnocchis right here? Okay.
Here is the gnocchi.
All right, the gnocchi lunghi. While the gnocchis are coming to a boil, let me make the sauce. And here I want brown butter, because brown butter has a particular nutty flavor, and that's what you want here. Okay. And with that, I'm going to use smoked ricotta. Now, smell this now.
Nice.
The gnocchis, we'll put them straight into the plate, right here. Just like that.
It's my
And
favorite
then-
gnocchi.
We take the burnt butter, just like that. I call it burnt because but it's brown
This
butter.
color.
Just like that. You pour it right on top, just like that. And then the magic ingredient of cinnamon and sugar.
No kidding, that's my favorite.
I know,
Oh,
I know.
yeah.
And they mix that, and they sprinkle it just like that over.
Beautiful.
And then over this, they grate the smoked ricotta.
Do you know, you bring me back 60 years
Yes.
in my life.
Yes? You mean you had this?
I have a different shape, but with the same cinnamon and sugar.
Okay, why don't you taste and tell me? Does it taste like 60 years ago?
Let me see.
Delicious. From the lowland of Friuli, from the prosciutto San Daniele, all the way up the stairway to Sauris and to heaven, the flavors of Friuli.